Thank you for coming by this afternoon. My name is Kenneth Uselton. I'm running for mayor of the city of Millington, Tennessee. A few months ago, I retired from a career in ministry, which first began as a career in engineering and construction. Upon the announcement of my retirement, several people from the community here in Millington came to me and asked that I consider running for mayor. My initial thought was, what? No way. But then they continued to talk to me for the years of leadership that I had shared here in the city, the love that had developed between the city and myself, the deep care that I've come to bear for the people of this community. And I realized indeed that might just be where God was seeking me to move toward. And so as we are here this afternoon, there are three things that I would like to spend a few moments talking with you about. The first is, I believe our city has been reactive in its means of living through what it is, who it is, and what it hopes to become. And I believe that that has been a detriment to our city. I desire for us to have a proactive vision for our future that can only be determined through the investment of stakeholders, from our citizens, our key leaders, our key partners, persons like yourself. And I, as the mayor, would hope that we could come together about table and really hammer out a future and a vision that we believe our city needs to move toward in 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years, and then make that vision come to reality by being proactive in living it out. Secondly, there's a major issue within our larger community of Shelby County, and that's the potential of a unified school system. Because of that, we as a municipality have made the decision, and already the vote has been taken, to create our own school system and to fund that system. However, because of the dynamics of life, that now has all become intertwined within the court system. We certainly do not know what ultimately the outcome of the renderings of a judge will be. I believe that we, though, can be proactive in what we do between now and that time. And for me, whatever school system ultimately is the system that we have, we need to be actively seeking what is the best education for our children and youth. If it is to be a municipal system, then there are things that we need to do. The election of a school board, who then will hire a superintendent and set forth policy and procedures for the hiring of staff and principals and those kinds of things. If it is to ultimately work within a unified system, then we certainly do not need to burn any bridges between those who would become key partners in that system with us. But whatever the ultimate rulings of the court, I think it is imperative for you and I, for our city, to indeed provide the very best education that we can for all of our children. My hope, my goal, would be that we are able to do that through our own municipal system. I would also like to talk this afternoon to you briefly about our economic development. I think that has to be intentional. I think it has to be productive and proactive. We have a tax base already in place here in our city. And if we do not grow, and if we do not economically develop ourselves with new industry, new business, new housing, to impress and to invest in our current businesses so that they become stronger and better, then we will have to tax more in terms of property. And I think our citizens simply cannot afford that. And so I would like to create an intentional economic development plan. And by bringing in new business, new industry, by supporting the current industry and business that's already here, we grow then that which comes closer to us in terms of the economic funding. I think all of these can only come if we restore the trust that you, the citizens, need in leadership of government and city. I desire to be a part of the rebuilding of that trust and invite you to vote for me as mayor of the city of Millington.